A common theme that I'm seeing in Mexico is single men doing crystal meth. It's a cheap drug, and we have a joke that we say on Live Me is like, do you do crack? And it's when you don't have a woman in your life that you do crack or crystal because you're not getting any pussy. So these guys are alone. They don't really know how to be in touch with their emotions, and they do have children. They just cannot be present in the home due to their drug addiction and drug problem. My message to these men is grab a journal and journal what you're mad about. I did that last night, and take some deep breaths. Take about 10 deep breaths and really process these emotions that are holding you back from love. I believe everyone deserves love, and I'm only saying this because last night my friend who is on crystal meth and who does sell me weed, he knocked on my door at 4:30 in the morning. Okay? I don't really give a fuck. My dog was a little upset about it. I don't give a fuck. He doesn't have a key to my, this is why I have my own apartment, because I'm the only one with the key. And I don't have to put up with your bullshit of knocking on my door at 4:30 in the morning. I just went right back to sleep. The woman upstairs with a family and children just started bawling because he woke up everyone in my complex, my 8-plex. And she just started crying. And I know she has kids and there is a man up there, but I knew from my interpretation of her tears was that she had a man that she deeply fell in love with, who was addicted, who could not process his emotions because for some reason society tells men that they're not allowed to cry or process their emotions. I'm thinking it's a conspiracy theory for the top men to get all the women, and if the lower men can't process their emotions and their feelings, they'll never get love. So this is a male hierarchy thing, as my theory. I have not done any research on this. This is just my intuition. This woman just cried her eyes out, and I'm just sleeping in bed going, all right, honey, cry it out. And I knew that she fell in love with a man who was on drugs and knocked on her window at 4:30 in the morning. So, I mean, it's not an isolated, I'm seeing this happen I talk to men all the time that literally cannot stay, they're alone, and they cannot stay with the family because of the drugs, because they cannot process their emotions. So, everyone thinks I have bipolar, but I just have anger management issues. And last night on my Live Me, my friend Marky said, you know, Guru Blue, you just have to do your anger management. So anger management is breathing and writing down everything you're mad about and getting it out of your head so you can move on. And I did that on live, and I talked to people about it. I talked to people what I'm mad about. And some people just tried to make me even madder, and some people were there to actually support and listen. And it doesn't really matter because it's just me and me at the end of the day processing my emotions. But I slept so good. I cried. I slept really good. And my dog and I both had medicine. I had ibuprofen. She had baby Tylenol due to her injury. And we just had a great night. And we had found a candle in the trash that was still had half of the wax in it. And I just lit a candle, and I thank God for everything, and thank God for my life, and thank God for the knowledge to let the anger go. Because if I'm a woman with anger, I cannot imagine how much anger men have about everything, especially, and I don't even have a dick. I'm not even a rooster. So the fact that I don't have the sexual frustration on top of the anger makes me very lucky. But if you are a man or woman with anger, 10 deep breaths. Okay, let's do it together. 1. Scruffy's helping. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. She could smell my breath. 8. 9. She's like, I gotta go. 10. And that's the same thing that happens when you smoke weed or you smoke cigarettes, is you're just sitting and breathing. So if you don't have drugs, just breathe. Like, you can get high off of breathing. You probably have so much fucking nicotine and weed in the bottom of your lungs. You can clean it out. She actually had to hop off of me for a little bit, which is fine. And then I wrote down everything I was mad at, and it had a lot to do with my mother and how I was treated in the home and why I can't really have relationships with people, and all of my trauma. And, you know, it's like an onion. I just took off one layer of the onion, and I know there's deeper layers and this is just a process of life. This is just a process. And I'm on my way to being very wealthy and talking to God about my wealth and my relationship with money, and how it's been passed on. When you're in a poverty household, you're afraid of money. You're afraid. You're afraid of making a lot of money. My dog's saying she's ready to go. See, that's why. Oh no, she's peeing. Okay, this is the first time I've seen her pee in 3 days. Good girl. Good girl. Her legs are really fucked up. But she peed. Okay, so that's healthy. And now she's walking away. That's Chihuahua breed for you. I'm on my way to massive amounts of wealth and praying to God about it. And when you're taught to be afraid of money, I asked God to handle that for me. I said, God, if I'm afraid of handling money, can you just, I'm in receiving love and receiving money, can you just help me receive it, God? Because I've been trained that receiving love and money is bad. And God, if you could just fix that for me, that would be great. And that was a really deep conversation that I had. And my dog is, I don't know, she's just walking around. And the reason I came to Mexico is this is the #1 spot in the world besides Russia. I'm not going to Russia yet. It's on the list, but I'm liking Mexico right now. And I do want to become a resident in Mexico. This is the #1 place for me to receive love and money. This is the #1 place in the world for me astrologically to receive love and money. And, you know, it's happening. It's like 3 months of detoxing just to get to this point. And broadcasting has really helped. Talking to people has really helped. Venting my emotions and frustrations has helped. The more that I talk to people, the more that I learn about myself. And that's why I think Live Me is such a great application, because I've learned so much about myself. And that's more people than I've talked to in years. And I actually have friends all over the world that I can talk to. Hey, do you think I'm bipolar? No, you just have anger management issues. Okay. Because I'm not going to a doctor. I'm not getting on drugs. I'm actually trying to get off drugs. The only herb I'm doing is marijuana sometimes, and that really helps. Right now I am on 600 milligrams of ibuprofen. I'm taking those about 2 times a day to help release the emotions that are in my body I do have, and my back I don't have injuries. My back is just really tight. So it helps loosen up my back, and I've been exercising and doing pull-ups and dips and walking. I walk everywhere. I walk multiple times a day, every day. With a 15-pound dog now. And I love on all the dogs here in Mexico. And it's just been a really wonderful place for me. I have had sex here with an amazing man, but he left for Texas. And yeah, I just think it's really going to work out for me here. It has been really working out for me here in Mexico. I have my own bathroom. I have my own apartment. Like, I'm getting better every day in Mexico. So God bless Mexico. It's my favorite country. I really like Puerto Vallarta. I know you guys are very afraid of the cartel. I have not, God bless me, have any problem with the cartel, because because you have to follow the money. There's so much money coming from Canada and the United States and all over around the world to Puerto Vallarta that the cartels are happy. As long as they're making money, they're happy. Then that's really with everyone. As long as you're making money, you're happy. And there is a lot of tourist money here in Puerto Vallarta. So I have heard gunshots. I have seen dogs. I asked the locals, and the cartel actually runs the police force here. So the police have been nothing but nice to me when I got there's a lot of poor people here, so don't leave out your purses and your wallets and stuff. I did that and I got my stuff stolen, and I don't really flash my iPhone around, and I try to I have $2, like I try not to look rich. I try to look, I don't wear jewelry. See, I don't wear any type of jewelry. I have this Jordan that I found, very low key. I try to keep it, I got this out of the trash, and these are $10 sunglasses from Walmart. I don't drive a car. I take an Uber everywhere. You know, there's certain things that I do as a solo woman to not make myself a target. And I don't go to cartel areas. I mean, you could do your research before you come to Mexico to see where the cartel areas are. I did go through one of my moods and I was like, I can't do anything. I'm going to join the cartel and become a gang member, until I realized that they actually go to jail and all their money gets taken away from them. So I just can't do jail. I just can't. It's just not on my goals list, and I just don't think I would have a good time there. So it's not worth being a criminal for that, and I would rather be a law-abiding citizen and stay in my freedom zone. But there are cartel areas, so please do your research before you come to Mexico. God bless me. Thank you for keeping me safe, God. Puerto Vallarta has been nothing but love and amazing energy. And I think in my next place, I would really like to be more by the ocean. I've been more exploring the mountains because when I first came, I was going to the ocean every day, and I do need a waterproof case for all my stuff so it won't get stolen. So I may have to just order one of my own and go back to America and get it, because I don't know where I would get it in Mexico. And maybe Walmart. Maybe I'll double check Walmart. And then I would like to go swimming in the ocean every day. I think that is one of I am a Pisces. I love the water. I would literally love to just scuba dive and just explore the ocean and be on boats and stuff here in Puerto Vallarta every day. Oh my God, every day. Yes, God, please. That would be awesome. I am exploring away from the beaches just because they are so touristy, and I wanted to kind of get the feel of regular Mexican life and speak more Spanish with people, and have roosters and chickens and kind of the ranchero life, which I'm really liking. And I picked up a Mexican street dog, and yeah, so there's a little bit of everything for everyone. But the tourists in most countries, in most third world countries, the tourism is by the beaches, and then I call it the poverty is away. And I just wanted to check out the Mexico life outside of the tourist area and outside of the beaches, and I absolutely love it. I am absolutely falling in love with Mexico more and more every day. I love the food, I love the people, I love the animals, I love the beaches, and I love God. I've found God here in Mexico. I'm at peace with myself. I'm away from everyone. I feel safe. I feel safer in Mexico, honestly. The fact that the cartel is here and that they're stronger than the army, I don't know, I feel safer. Because they just do things differently here, you know? And if you're homeless and you need to like sleep on the street, they don't really care. And there's just parties all the time, and it's just a very, very loving culture, a very, very loving community, a very, very loving environment. And I need to be in a very loving environment. I feel the United States, I was not getting that. And it's warm here. I really like it. Look at my dog. She's just sleeping in the dirt. It's warm here. I'm in nature. Yeah. So just praying and focusing on running my online businesses to make more money. And then I'm Gucci. I'm perfect. The coochie is Gucci. Once we hit 10 grand a month, I'm going to be looking pretty good. So God, thank you so much for all of my money. Thank you, God. thank you, God, for my 10 grand a month in Mexico. That's perfect. And that's my goal. So I'm gonna go home and get back to work. And I just kind of came to this park just to chill and hang out with this really beautiful tree. I like to hang out in trees and get the tree energy, and take my dog for a walk. She's been, there's no other dogs here, there's no other people here, so she can actually relax without being in my lap and knowing that she won't be attacked. But she's right next to me in case a dog does come. And this is not our natural place. I wanted to show you guys the Peacock House. And this is kind of like a richer neighborhood in Mexico. So we're just hanging out here for a little bit, getting out of the house, and then I'm gonna work. Create some great content for you guys. Being more comfortable in my feminine energy and being more surrendering instead of being in my masculine energy and attacking is kind of what I'm working on now, because I am a female. But I had to be very, very masculine just to protect myself, and now I feel safer. I feel more comfortable. I feel more comfortable to be in my feminine space. I feel it's okay. And if people are threatened by my beauty, I'm gonna weaponize my beauty, and that's on them. It's not on me, and that's okay. Because I don't have to make anybody happy. I just have to make myself happy. And my happiness is my number one priority. And that's a huge shift for me. My happiness is my number one priority. And I'm loving myself more, and just being more grateful about everything, and setting my boundaries. And I'm not drinking coffee. That's another big thing. I don't need the extra adrenaline. I already have so much adrenaline as it is. I need to actually decrease my adrenaline and increase my dopamine without drugs. So exercise is a really good way of doing that. I have been exercising every day. I really like these little parks that they have around. Feeding the animals and being around animals has been really, really helpful to me. I have been smoking a little bit of weed, just a little. I mean, compared to what I used to smoke, it's very, very minimal. And I feel like it's medicine and then it turns into a drug when you do it too much. And so not being able to buy weed and just kind of have to make friends to buy it has been really helping, because I used to smoke a lot of weed. And it's good medicine, but I don't need to do it all the time. I would actually like to sell weed here on the beach. I think that would be a fun job to tourists. If God would want me to do that, I could do that. I could literally go watch the sunset every day in Puerto Vallarta and smoke weed and sell weed. Like, I would be the best at that for sure. And just talk to guys and smoke weed and talk to guys. Yeah. I would be best. God, I am the best in the world at that. So I'm sure that will happen soon, and I'm sure sure I could work with the cartel on that one. So or whoever, whatever. Yeah, once you get into drugs, it gets a little iffy, huh? Scruffaluffagus. But I would actually just like to get paid to smoke weed on the beach. That would be cool. And go swimming in the ocean every day, and have a nice boat out here, and take the boat out and take all my friends out on the boat and go scuba diving and snorkeling. And oh yes, and I'm thinking about getting my residency here, and I'm just being happy. My happiness is my number one priority, and then if I'm happy, my dog's happy, and if I'm happy, my family's happy. If I'm happy, all my friends are happy. So I'm focusing on me being happy. Yo soy feliz, and things that make me happy every day. And but it's a little so coming out into nature makes me happy every day. Hanging out with my dog makes me happy every day. You guys feel sorry for me looking through trash for stuff, but I call it treasure hunting. And I just found 50 cents. I find money, I find stuff. I'm a hunter. I'm a huntress. I enjoy hunting, and I'm done hunting men. That is a lost cause. Y'all are so emotionally damaged I just hunt for money now. Money hunter. Bye guys, love you.